Construction has started on one of Sioux Falls' latest projects. I'm Amanda Burge, and tonight on KDLT News, we'll tell you why some business owners in the area of 12th and Phillips are concerned.
Later on The Tonight Show, a very special celebration of the great Johnny Carson. Your local news is next.
While the rubble is cleared for the new federal building in downtown Sioux Falls, some business owners wonder if the city made the right decision. And a young girl says a stranger tried to kidnap her in Stickney. KDLT News is up next.
Live from Sioux Falls, this is KDLT News at 10.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Hansen.
And I'm Jen Wall. Stickney is on the lookout tonight for kidnappers.
That's right. It was just last week police caught a wanted man from Ohio after a wild chase near Stickney. Now, tonight, Aurora County authorities are asking the public for help in finding two would-be kidnappers. Jennifer Mattoni was in Stickney this evening. She joins us from the newsroom with the latest. Jennifer.
Hi, Tom and Jen. That's right. I talked to the school principal today who told me that a young girl came forward at school and told her teacher about the possible kidnapping. The school then contacted authorities and asked them to come by and take information from the girl. Authorities tell us the girl was walking to her friend's house Saturday when two men pulled up to her in a black van. One of them reportedly grabbed her by the arm and tried to get her into the van. He let her go when she yelled and pulled away. Some parents we talked to at the bowling alley tonight say they don't know what to think, but that they're not taking any chances.
I'll tell them to stay together as a group when they go to school, and when they come home, stay as a group. I might even take them to school myself.
Jennifer, a question for you. Is the school doing anything in response to this?
Well, actually, they had a meeting today for all of the teachers so that they could be made aware of the situation. But for now, they're just waiting to see how all of this plays out. Tom?
All right. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Well, the driver was around 35 years old, about 6 feet tall, had brown curly hair and a dark tan and a mustache. The passenger had black shoulder-length hair. The van is described as full-size black with a white stripe on the sides and tinted windows.
Unfortunately, things like the attempted kidnapping in Stickney happen all the time. A few months ago, a man in a white van tried to kidnap several little kids in the Sioux Empire. A year or so ago, a Hartford man tried to kidnap two little girls. And in May of 2003, someone did kidnap a Sioux Falls woman in a Walmart parking lot, which makes it important to know how to protect yourself. Here's KDLT's Stacey Steinhagen.
Dawn Burnett has studied martial arts for a little over a year.
If you have any defense in a self-defense situation, you are so much further along than anybody else, than the typical person who's attacked.
Dawn, a green belt, showed me a few moves. She says if attacked, keep your feet apart and your weight down and scream a helpful message.
He's trying to pull me, and I'm pulling away and getting low and screaming the whole time. Pretty much he's going to let me go because I'm not easy prey anymore.
Help! Help! I'm being abducted! Next is the chokehold. Time for women to use their nails.
His hands are real strong, but his face is very vulnerable.
Okay.
Okay?
Because his hands are busy.
Because his hands are busy. He's trying to choke me. And I'm going for the face as quickly as I can. You're just walking along and...
I really poked him, and it worked. And if you're grabbed from behind...
Once again, it's the same thing. You want that nice open stance. You're in control of your weight. You're peeling the fingers as soon as you can. A good elbow is a good idea. And then as soon as you can, if you can turn and kick him.
Peel the fingers away, get away, and kick.
There we go. Excellent.
Okay. And finally, if you're put in a headlock from behind...
I'm going to turn my head and get my chin low as I can so he doesn't have as much contact with the front of my neck. So I'm turning, and I'm trying to pull the arm away from the larynx. And in this one also, as with all of them, I'm trying to get my feet wide, my weight low, so I'm in control. And once again, it's your elbow is your best friend in that one.
So chin down, pull in, elbow, and kick.
Yeah, there you go.
The biggest key to getting away from an abductor is getting over the initial shock of the situation.
It's so simple to get away from someone. It only takes about 30 seconds of fighting off an attack before they're going to give up.
Attackers don't want to be noticed, so they may freeze if you can cause any kind of ruckus for even a few moments.
Hey, someone help me! I'm being abducted!
They're afraid someone's going to take down a license plate. You just have to work very hard not to get into the car and not to be afraid.
Follow your instincts and keep fighting no matter what. Stacy Steinhagen, KDLT News, Sioux Falls.
Both women reminded us the first weapon in self-defense is thinking smart. For example, don't be afraid to ask someone to walk you to your car.
2 men who escaped from the Beadle County Jail will be prosecuted in Iowa. Jason Heasley and Justin Minot face drug and robbery charges. Today, they waived their right to a preliminary hearing. Heasley and Minot escaped from the jail earlier this month and were on the run for 2 days before police arrested them at a Walmart in Des Moines. Police say Heasley and Minot stole cars, broke into businesses, and robbed a woman at knife point after they escaped.
At the current time, we plan to go ahead with our charges, and I think Union County and Iowa plans to go ahead with theirs as well.
Now, Heasley and Minot will be tried in Iowa before they can be prosecuted in South Dakota.
Folks across America are remembering Johnny Carson tonight. Carson died yesterday at his home in California at the age of 79. His childhood home is still up for sale on eBay. It is owned by a man from Brandon. Jim Pruitt bought the house 2 years ago. He remodeled it to look like it did when Carson's family owned it. Pruitt even tried to contact the comedian to get some tuning up tips and got a letter back in the mail.
It basically stated that he didn't have enough recollection in the home's condition to really help us, and that in a nutshell is the amount of contact I've had with him. You know, I certainly didn't. I mean, that's better than a lot of people have probably done, you know, with getting a hold of him. But
the home is in Norfolk, Nebraska. Pruitt says he does not want to insult anyone by putting the house on eBay a day after Carson's death. He just hopes the publicity will help with advertising. Pruitt is asking $93,500 for the home.
Construction work has started on a project in downtown Sioux Falls. A 5-story federal office building is going up where Spencer Furniture used to stand on 12th Street. Now, some say the new building will spark growth in that section of the city, but area business owners have concerns. KDLT's Amanda Burge tells us why.
Crews are clearing piles of rubble to make way for Sioux Falls' newest building, Courthouse Square. It will be home to federal offices with additional retail and office space.
We're excited for the opportunity that brings, especially for the southern end of downtown Sioux Falls in the form of a southern anchor.
But down the block, current business owners are skeptical. You see, this section of 12th Street will remain closed for good.
If it's not easy for people to get to me, they're going to find some place where it is easier for them to get to.
Mary Reiser is the owner of Fonder's Sewing Machine Company, a business located on Phillips Avenue. She says it's not only customers that will have a hard time getting around.
I've had my UPS, my FedEx, even my mailman coming in this past week and end of last week saying, man, there's no place to park.
But the city says when the $15 million project is completed, it will only be a catalyst for growth for this section of downtown.
Especially when it comes to summer of '06, when you see this street and it's now a plaza, it's kind of a gathering place for people in downtown Sioux Falls. That's going to have a positive effect on the businesses in the nearby areas.
Daniel Stadema with Main Street Sioux Falls says it's a win-win. Mary Reiser says she thinks the federal building is a wonderful concept, but
we just wanted the building moved back so that the street didn't have to be closed.
Reiser says the last thing she wants to do is close her doors downtown, Fonder's home for the past 62 years. She hopes she won't have to. Amanda Burge, KDLT News, Sioux Falls.
The Sioux Falls City Council approved the 12th Street closure back in December. City planner Steve Metley says that they based their decision on the economic impact the new building will have. Metley says that stretch of 12th Street is the least traveled road in downtown Sioux Falls. The building should be finished by early 2006.
South Dakota's 2 U.S. senators are at odds over an amendment introduced today that would ban gay marriage. The measure states that marriage shall consist of only a union of a man and a woman. The amendment fell far short of passage a year ago, but supports picked up steam in this last election. Senator John Thune co-sponsored the bill, saying if the votes are not there, then we will continue to press forward. Senator Tim Johnson says he does not support gay marriage, but South Dakota state law defining marriages between one man and one woman is under no threat.
South Dakota law enforcement may soon have it easier when it comes to stopping someone for drugs. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled today that officers can use a drug dog to check out a motorist even if they have no reason to suspect the person may be transporting narcotics. Now, in the past, troopers could only use the dogs if they suspected illegal activity. From 2002 to 2004, Highway Patrol drug dogs seized more than $9 million in cash and drugs in South Dakota.
A fundraiser for an organization that promotes healthy babies is being called a success tonight. The Teddy Bear Den held its second annual Celebrity Night Out Friday night. Local celebrities agreed to spend time with the highest bidder. They raised $26,851. That is compared to $15,000 last year. Proceeds will be used to buy baby supplies for limited income mothers.
Well, strong winds, ocean waves, and below zero temperatures combined to put the big freeze on this town in New England. The story coming up in our World Wrap.
And while it's cold in some areas of the country today, very nice around the Sioux Empire. We saw plenty of sunshine, very mild temperatures. In fact, temps around the area as of the 10 o'clock hour still in the 30s and 40s, and that could cause a little bit of fog as we go through the overnight hours. We'll talk about that. We'll see how long this warm weather lasts in just a few minutes. But first, we'll check out our weather sketch. We're talking about a few springtime thunder showers here. This is sent to us by Davey Ring, a 10-year-old from Rock Rapids, Iowa. Thank you very much for your weather sketch. Now, since we aired your sketch, that makes you eligible coming up this Friday on the 28th, where you could win a $100 savings bond from Core Trust Bank. And if you'd like to enter yourself into that drawing, all you got to do is send us a weather sketch. What's up, Mark?
Well, Jared, a unique honor for Rapid City's Becky Hammond. We'll have our Athletes of the Week. Yes, I said Athletes of the Week. And we'll also see if USD can snap that losing skid at the Dome tonight. More on that later in sports. We'll be right back.
You're watching KDLT News with Tom Hansen, Jen Wall, meteorologist Jared Sebesta, and Mark Ovenden with sports.
If you're even thinking of buying a new home, you owe it to yourself to come and see The Reserve. The Reserve is the newest in luxury living in southern Sioux Falls, just off of 69th Street, with models open every day from 1 to 5.
Why wait for your tax refund? Call Fair Tax for a fast, accurate, reliable return and get your refund in just 1 to 2 days. Fair Tax. Don't pay more than your fair share.
We're in this experimental phase.
He is.
Come on, we like the same things. Biscuits?
Dinner rolls?
Dinner rolls.
Pillsbury frozen rolls and biscuits. You make as many as you want, when you want.
But there's only so much experimentation I can take. At least at the dinner table.
Also try Pillsbury's low-fat, cholesterol-free dinner rolls.
Hi, I'm Cecil from Aquarius Beads and Gifts. We want to thank you for an exciting first year in business, and we want to let you know that this is just the beginning. This month, we are hitting the road. On Sunday, January the 23rd, we will be in Watertown during the bridal fair at the Ramco Inn. Demonstrations will be going on throughout the day. On Sunday, January the 30th, we will be at the MS Wedding Showcase at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. Share the happiness of making your own beaded jewelry at Aquarius Beads and Gifts.
Elmer Carl here, inviting you to save like never before with special financing now through Monday here at Carl's with 2 years no interest financing. That's right, 24-month interest-free financing only here at Carl's. We are the home for Sony, RCA, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and a host of top brands of audio, video, and home appliances. Find great low prices, super professional service, and now through Monday, 2 years no interest financing. Find it all here at Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Congressional aides say the Bush administration plans to ask for $80 billion more for this year's costs of fighting wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The request would put total spending for the two wars to more than $280 billion. Today, Iraqi leaders announced a man captured recently as the key deputy to Abu Musab al-Zarqawi. They say he has been involved in most of the car bombings in Baghdad. He also has links to the 2003 attack on the UN compound that killed 22 people. Thousands gathered in Washington, D.C. today to protest Roe v. Wade, the 30-year-old Supreme Court decision that legalized abortion. During the rally, the group listened to an address made by President Bush about the importance of family values. Many anti-abortionists are hopeful that President Bush will get to appoint a Supreme Court justice who will vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. A strange sight this morning for people driving on Interstate 65 in Alabama. A hot air balloon descended onto the median. The pilot and two passengers on board were unharmed. It did not take long for the balloon to be deflated and driven off. Wind, water, and freezing temperatures turn a waterfront New England community into a massive ice sculpture. Driving winds have pushed waves and sea mist over several homes and cars, leaving them covered in a nearly impenetrable layer of ice.
And now, your KDLT First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist Jared Sebesta.
Well, today, it just felt nice, didn't it?
I think the last couple of weeks when it's been so cold, that's what makes today's just so sweet outside.
You could stand outside and let the sun hit your face, and it felt good.
50 degrees never felt so good, I tell you what, after the last couple of weeks when it was so bitterly cold, especially with that sunshine. Still very low in the sky, but lots of sunshine. It really felt nice out there, not a whole lot of wind. And we got one more day coming. This warm weather is going to continue all the way through tomorrow. But it's not going to last long. Sharply colder, especially towards Wednesday. Not going to last that long. That's the good news. And if you're looking for any more snow, that's not going to happen either, at least for the rest of this week. Now, we can take a look at our satellite and radar put together. You can see plenty of clear skies. We do have some clouds parts of northern Minnesota, but again, that's kind of that border between the cold air and the warm air, so we're going to keep it clear here as we go through the next day or so. And temperatures still very nice, 32 degrees right at the freezing mark in Sioux Falls, 40 in Mitchell, still hanging on to 50 degrees in winter. Slightly cooler in northeastern South Dakota, 27 there, 31 in Watertown. And with the warmer temperatures, we started melting some snow. That's putting some more moisture in the lower levels, so we are starting to get some fog forming, especially in west central Minnesota. This is locally thick, and this is going to hang on through the morning hours. So if you live along the James River Valley and eastward, places like Sioux Falls, Watertown, could be waking up to some fog by tomorrow morning, so just keep that in mind. Highs today look like this, just about 50 in Sioux Falls, hit the double nickel in Yankton, 66 in Winter, 60 in Pierce, slightly cooler as you go north and east. Tomorrow, still going to be very mild, 40s and 50s for highs for your Tuesday. But like I said, that's going to drop off very rapidly as we get into Wednesday. Highs are only going to be into the teens and the 20s. So again, sharply cooler as we get into the middle of your week. Now, we can take a little weather flight, back things up again. There's our jet stream. That's that border between the cold air. That border is actually going to slide a little bit further south. That's what's going to give us the cool down as we get into Wednesday or so. But weather flight a little bit further east, places like New York City, Boston, these areas got 1 to 3 feet of snow. The blizzard of 2005, it's being called already. Things are starting to calm down for those folks, but I'm glad that weather is not around here. We've had enough of that the last couple of weeks or so. Forecast map, bright full moon, clear skies, very mild temperatures tonight. Tomorrow, more the same. We'll see some mostly sunny skies. Still on the nice side, but again, that's not going to last, especially as we get into Wednesday. All right, let's check out your forecast for the rest of tonight. Plenty of clear skies, bright full moon. And there's that chance of fog, especially for eastern South Dakota and especially southwestern and west central portions of Minnesota. Could see a little bit of freezing fog, so again, could be a little bit slippery waking up tomorrow morning. But again, overnight lows very tame, upper 20s and lower 30s. Tomorrow for your Tuesday, mostly sunny skies. A little bit breezier, but again, very mild temperatures, 40s and lower 50s, but it's not going to last. Wednesday, we'll see more clouds and sun, especially later in the day. Highs are going to be from the 40s and 50s tomorrow to the teens and 20s for your Wednesday. And for the rest of the week, again, temperatures will moderate back up into the 30s with a chance of a little precip on Friday. So you got one more day to kind of get out and maybe have lunch outside. I think today was a good day to do that.
Did you go out on your bike?
No.
Why not?
A little messy.
Oh, yeah,
Too many puddles.
Get a little
That's
wet.
right. Yeah, get all dirty.
I hope that all that stuff doesn't freeze, though.
Again, hopefully we can get rid of it by the time it really cools down on Wednesday.
Hopefully it dries out. Thanks, Jared.
Yep.
Well, he only lived in town for 1 year, but even after he became one of the most famous names in television, Johnny Carson continued to give back to the town he was born in. Next on KDLT News, that little Iowa town says thank you.
Celebrate the games, the fun, and the food at Royal River Casino. Celebrate the winningest attitude at Royal River Casino. The place to play day or night with people that treat you right. Come on. Bring your friends, come on. Join the fun to Royal River Casino. Celebrate. It's good time, big time fun at Royal River Casino.
I started with Walmart 18 years ago as an unloader and receiving.
I started in the baby department, and I am store manager today.
Walmart is a career. It's not just a job. Good quality of life, good educational opportunities for my children.
We never imagined that we would be doing what we're doing today. Now, our son John has started at Walmart.
He wants to be a pharmacist.
No one knows better than we do that he has a bright future. We truly are living the American dream. It's out there, and it's at Walmart.
I love being married to a younger man. I'm 41, and Greg's 40.
Oh, Terry looks awesome for 41. I like that.
We have 3 children.
2 daughters and a son. There is definitely no handbook on how to raise children.
I think he looks very good for a 40-year-old.
Thank you, sweetie. We have American Family Life Insurance
Insurance is extremely important.
because it provides our family with security.
My name is Terry Schmidt.
We are the Schmidt family.
American Family Insurance.
Well, Johnny Carson grew up in Norfolk, Nebraska, a place he called his hometown.
But there's also a little town in southwest Iowa that lays claim to the king of late night. It's where Carson was born. And even though he spent little time there, he always remembered his roots. Reporter Dave Price takes us to Corning, Iowa.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny. For more than 30 years, Johnny Carson was the big name in the big city. But in 1925 in rural Corning, Iowa, in this house, he was just little John William Carson. He only lived in town for about a year, so people here really only got to know him years later from television. But now they've gotten to know him in a far different way. About 3 years ago, kids were complaining to their parents that there wasn't any place to play.
It was important that we give them a place that they can just do their thing.
Parents started raising money for a new skate park. They came up with $8,000. They needed $83,000.
And one night my husband just said, well, you know, he had given money to the playground project down at the elementary school here a few years back. And he said, what's it going to hurt to write him?
So Cindy and Lori wrote a letter hoping he could help. 2 weeks later, he did.
On Monday, the FedEx truck showed up, and when I opened it, I mean, I literally about fell down.
Inside was a letter from Johnny Carson himself and a check.
I had to look at the zeros to count the zeros, you know, because at first I thought 7,500, and then I realized it was 75,000. We were shocked.
Shocked to death. Yeah, it was great.
Thanks to him and in honor of him, Corning opened the Karnak Family Skate Park, named after Carson's famous Karnak the Magnificent Tonight Show character. Now, when the park's not full of snow, it's full of dozens of kids, the new generation of small-town boys with their own big ideas, just like the former small-town boy who made it all happen.
I think he's a small-town boy. I really do. No matter how big you get.
Later, we'll have a preview of a special Tonight Show with Jay Leno, a tribute to Johnny Carson.
Remember when Double Mint Gum used to do those commercials with the twins?
With the twins, yeah.
Double mint gum. I can't
There you
sing,
go.
But, you know, I remember the commercial.
Double your pleasure, double your fun with these 2 twins for medicine. We'll have their story next.
That was about as weak as my rendition.
Why do we go to Sioux Falls Catholic schools?
Come on, we'll show you.
Excellent education.
The only school in the nation
With 3 presidential scholars in just 4 years.
Outstanding athletics.
O'Gorman was named one of the top 50 Catholic high schools
In the country.
The arts.
We're proud to pray. Community, faith, excellence. We've got it all. Sioux Falls Catholic Schools.
America's first family. First on your TV. America's first family. Today on NBC.
These are very serious times we live in. This is about our world. This is as high as the stakes get. Is my world safe? Is my family safe? That's all that counts.
Reporting America's story, NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
For 30 years, Johnny kept America up late. Tonight, join Jay for a special Tonight Show tribute to Johnny Carson. With Ed McMahon, Bob Newhart and Don Rickles, Drew Carey and Katie Lang in a full-hour celebration of the King of Late Night. NBC Tonight.
$4,500.
$1,200.
$750.
$2,000.
$1,500.
$500.
For every first-time home buyer, there's an affordable down payment. The South Dakota Housing Development Authority can help you find yours. Who knows? It could be
A lot less than I thought.
Ask your lender about down payment programs from the South Dakota Housing Development Authority, building a better quality of life.
And now, KDLT Sports with Mark Ovenden.
Welcome back. The USD women look like world beaters the night they hosted Augustana. They haven't since that lopsided win, losing 3 straight. So tonight, kind of some baby steps to get back a little momentum, and that they did. Megan Wooster from the outside for 3. She had 15. They're up by 20 against Upper Iowa. And with Jenny Flynn reining in 4 threes, they had the upper hand throughout for Chad Lavin. Now, Janelle Bryan comes off the bench. 11 points in just 13 minutes for her. And again, it's going to be Wooster on the inside. Nice move by Megan. Former Athlete of the Week puts it up and in. 63-42 was your final as they snap that losing streak. Then in the men's game, Dave Boots and his 18th ranked Coyotes tried to right the ship after a couple of losses over the weekend. David Knorr hitting his number. 9-4 in favor of the Coyotes. And Josh Mueller to Aaron Green. Aaron had himself a career night. Nice little fall away there. Had 24 points, 8 rebounds. Of course, Josh likes to shoot every now and then. That bomb gives him a 10-point lead. Then Luke Tibbetts, also a great night tonight. Coyotes had 5 in double figures, go on to win this one handily as they get back in the winning column as well. They're 16-3, 93-63. The final again, the women's final, 63-42. Jenny Flynn led the way with 16 points. Girls hoops, DeSmet and Hitchcock-Tulare both win. Grant Duel and Groton both win. Willow Lake over Henry. Bowdle beats Eureka. Bonham and Highmore Herald both victorious. Chamberlain beats Kimball. Hovan over Edmond Central. Hanson beats Sanborn Central. McCook Central also a winner. Wabae and Centerville victorious. And Lennox over Alcester Hudson. Boys hoops, Marty Indian School and Dakota Christian both win. Del Rapids St. Mary and Duel over Dubrook. Clark beats DeSmet. Bridgewater over Viborg. Corsica knocks off Andy Central tonight. Iroquois a winner by 9. Northwestern Area and Ethan both victorious as well. And Emory over Plankinton 58-27. Well, it's not often that a collegiate athlete has his or her number retired. So what Colorado State did this weekend is kind of cool. Becky Hammond's number 25 will never be worn by anybody else again. The former Rapid City Stevens standout played for the Rams from 95 to 99, set several records and put them on the map. And as you know, she's gone on to have a very successful career in the WNBA, even making the All-Star team a couple of years ago, even though she was hurt. Well, they have been part of a dynasty for 6 years now, and as Ryan Sweeter tells us, these Madison sisters, doubling their fun, hope the tradition they've been such a part of keeps right on rolling.
The Madison Bulldogs dominate Class A gymnastics. They're the 10-time defending state champions and are poised for number 11. Seniors Brittany and Brooke Postma lead the charge.
It's crazy. I mean, looking back on all the success Madison's had in gymnastics, and to be a part of it is something that's really special.
This year, they're playing a larger part in that success. Along with competing, they've taken on leadership responsibilities.
It's nice as a coach, too, that it's not all on my shoulders as far as, you know, I mean, they hear it from me all the time that you need to relax, you need to focus. But if they're, you know, going back into the locker room and getting a little pep talk from their team leaders, Brooke and Brittany, you know, that helps me out a lot, too, and they're really good at it.
We're 2 years older than the next oldest person, so we've been around for a long time, and these girls are very young and very, very talented, so we're kind of just here supporting them and helping them do their thing.
Not only do they help their team do their thing, they help each other as well.
We've always been doing everything together, and we've always, from day one, everything has always been together, so it helps because then we have someone else to fall back on, and we're never alone.
Even though they look a lot alike and technically they are identical twins, there still are plenty of differences.
We are completely different. We look the same, but we're two different things. She's better at one event than I am, and vice versa, so we're not the same. We're similar, but never exactly the same.
As different as they are, Brooke and Brittany do have the same goals. And one of them is to lead their team to an 11th consecutive state title and do it together. Ryan Sweeter, KDLT Sports, Madison.
All right, that Minnesota professional team, not the Twins, the Timberwolves tonight. Kevin Garnett with 22 points, Wally off the bench with 15. But who was the hero tonight? Eddie Griffin. Eddie for 3. Give him the ball, KG, give him the ball. Eddie for 3. All of his field goals were 3 points apiece, and he did this 7 times. 14 points, 10 rebounds, 7 blocks. Wolves win onto the scoreboard, 86-83, their 3rd straight victory. And another identical twin. Brad Salem got a real kick out of some news he received over the weekend. All-state place kicker Ryan Grossman of O'Gorman is verbally committed to play for Augustana. Grossman helped his Knights win the 11AA title, although his season probably wasn't as dramatic as Adam Vinatieri's recent Super Bowls. He didn't get to kick many field goals because O'Gorman always scores touchdowns. He's a great soccer player and should be a big addition to the Augustana Viking football program. And that's a look at sports. We'll all 3 be right back. All 4. 2 twins. 2 touchdowns.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Get started at the all-new Sioux Empire Fitness. Let their friendly professional staff get you started on an individual fitness program or develop your own plan. They offer the newest Cybex cardio equipment in town, free weights, Nautilus, circuit classes, and aerobics. With the newly expanded nursery, you can focus on your workout, knowing that your kids are being cared for. You can relax with an aqua massage or treat your body and mind at the Oxygen Bar. Stop by to see everything we have to offer or check us out on the web. Sioux Empire Fitness. We make fitness fun.
So, I'm on that roasted chicken Italiano diet.
I just started the turkey noodle diet.
This chicken and wild rice diet.
It's amazing. Beef and mushroom diet. You've got to try it.
You won't believe what you can eat while still watching your calories. Because 25 of your favorite Progresso soups are 100 calories or less per serving.
Oh, roasted garlic chicken with vegetables and penne. Oh, it shows.
Counting calories? Count on Progresso.
Email story ideas to news@kdlt.com or call toll-free.
The burrowing pests that destroy your land have met their match. You've got a secret weapon with the Rodinator Pro, delivering a precise mixture of oxygen and propane. The Rodinator Pro eliminates the targeted animal and its burrow without toxic chemicals, poisons, or traps. There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from the Rodinator Pro. It's safe for the environment, humane, and cost-effective, and it works. The Rodinator Pro, your secret weapon.
See you at the Sioux Falls Farm Show in the Arena Convention Center.
Life is an accident waiting to happen. So when something goes wrong, make sure you know your rights or talk to someone who does. Call Brad Boninge Law Office. Otherwise, you may be missing the boat.
Coming up tomorrow on KDLT News Today, it's been a month since the tsunami disaster that killed 225,000 people in South Asia. We'll take a look at a new global system designed to save lives. And music as a healing influence. We'll show you how a volunteer program in another state has kicked off. Join us at 6 a.m. for KDLT News Today.
This evening's Tonight Show with Jay Leno features a special tribute to Johnny Carson.
Jay Leno speaks about the man who hosted the Tonight Show for 30 years and made it into an American institution. And Leno introduces Carson's sidekick, Ed McMahon, to the show.
He's with me. Driving over, he told me, he's got a little 5-year-old, my granddaughter, Sarah McMahon, right? Sarah Michael McMahon. So she's watching some of these clips, and she said, she turns, she says, Granddaddy lost his best friend. And Jeff said, that's right. She says, well, who in the world's going to replace him?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that something? Because she thinks the show is still on, and he's gone.
Right.
So there's a chance you could come in.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Bob Newhart and Don Rickles will also make guest appearances. The Tonight Show follows this newscast, of course.
The weather has kind of been a roller coaster ride. We're up here and we're going to go down here.
Yeah, that's right. We got one more day of nice weather. We're going to have to deal with a little bit of fog tonight. But one more nice day, and then, yeah, we're going to drop off just temporarily, though, just for a couple of days.
All right.
You have any more poetry before we go?
No, I don't think so. It's time to go.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so. It's time to go.
Good night.
The Sioux Empire Farm Show at WH Lyon Fairgrounds has everything for the livestock producer. Breed, show and sales, feeds and feed handling equipment, chutes, panels, shelters, veterinary supplies, the latest genetics, management software, and more. Row crop and small grain producers, check out the Sioux Falls Farm Show at the Arena Convention Center. Attend every day. Admission and parking are still free. January 26th, 27th, and 28th. Check for event schedules in the tri-state neighborhood.
Looking for a new place to call home, but tired of seeing the same old things at open houses? Stencil Homes can help. With many unique floor plans and options, Stencil Homes can assist you in finding a home to match your individual needs and personality. Majestic master baths, huge walk-in closets, spacious open living areas, and custom kitchens allow you and your family to have the home that you've always dreamed of. Stencil Homes, building your family a place to live, love, laugh, and grow.
It's The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, with special guests Ed McMahon, Bob Newhart and Don Rickles, Drew Carey, and the music of Katie Lang. And now, Jay Leno.